All right, you got a body cam on right now, right?
Sure.
Awesome, man. I appreciate it.
You have your ID with you real quick?
I'm not going to give you an ID.
Okay, well, I got a call here, so I have a duty to investigate this.
I know 3802 very well. I haven't done any crime. I'm not suspected of committing a crime, and I'm not going to ID today, okay?
What's going on, everybody, and welcome back. Today's your host, Nate Skates 182, coming at you guys as SJVT today. I'd like to bring you guys an amazing video from this particular channel here. This one goes by the name of News Now Abilene from out of Abilene, Texas. This guy really knows his stuff, and these officers don't like it. As always, go ahead and let me know what you guys think about it in the comment section down below. Don't forget to head to his channel, let him know I sent you. Thank you guys, and I'll see you at the end of the video.
He's upset because he's in a public place, and I said, dude, you're on camera everywhere you go in public. So you can take it up with them. Go tell them what I'm doing is perfectly legal. All right, you got a body cam on right now, right?
Sure.
Awesome, man. I appreciate it.
You have your ID with you real quick?
I'm not going to give you an ID.
Okay, well, I got a call here, so I have a duty to investigate this.
I know 3802 very well. I haven't done any crime. I'm not suspected of committing a crime, and I'm not going to ID today, okay? So other than that, am I being detained?
So where is your wife?
Am I being detained?
Where is your wife?
I'm going to take that as a no, since you can't.
I'm going to ask you where your wife and children are.
Okay, well, I don't answer any more questions because I don't like your manner. You need to go let them know what I'm doing is legal. I'm not doing anything illegal.
Okay, so as an employee of the city, I can ask you to leave the park then.
Did I commit a crime? You're trespassing me from the park.
I didn't say I was trespassing you. I'm asking you to leave.
I'm going to respectfully decline
your
request.
I will get her permission and I will have you trespass.
As we see another clear case of officers enforcing their own rules and feelings instead of rights and laws, you guys are going to see this officer learns very quickly that this man knew his rights and right away calls a supervisor over to save him. Keep watching.
Solicit a trespass. You're going to solicit a trespass.
Sir, I'm trying to...
Sir, I think you should get your supervisor on scene before you make a big mistake. Because he confronted me and they were going around asking everybody, hey, do you want him here? Do you want this? And I said, sir, I told him, we're in a public place. If you don't want to be, just go somewhere else, man. I don't know what to tell you. I'm not going to sit here.
Can you start as a supervisor my way? Well, you said you wish to speak with my supervisor.
I don't have to speak with your supervisor, but you were pressing that you were going to get me trespassed from here. For not breaking the law, and I don't appreciate that, you know.
I am your supervisor trying to do my job here. That's what I'm trying to do.
Okay, the best thing you can do is go inform anybody who's got a problem that I'm perfectly within my rights, my First Amendment rights, and in a public place, right?
And I'm fine with doing that.
Okay.
I'm just trying to get you to cooperate with me.
Well, I did cooperate.
So I know who I talked to. You know, that's it. I didn't press the matter anymore.
Okay. Well, I appreciate it. I really do. What's your name?
Thomas.
Thomas. Who's your supervisor today?
Katona. At least we got some clouds finally.
Oh man, it's been miserable.
Earlier.
Well, do you want to go quell their problems or whatever they have? And I'm not going anywhere.
Who was giving you trouble?
Well, I think that lady walking with the stroller and her man.
You may be leaving anyway.
Yeah, I mean, probably. Yeah, I believe it's a gentleman over there at the back of that car. I don't know who called you though.
I don't know. It was several calling parties.
Yeah, they walked around trying to get everybody riled up at me, but I just walked away from, you know.
Well, that's all I'm saying is if what you're doing is causing a problem or an issue for other people,
a lawful act cannot.
Best just to not do it.
Well, but sure. So would you do me a favor? I don't like that body cam. Could you shut it off for me? You wouldn't do it, would you?
By department policies
well, because there's a reason for it, a good reason, right?
But I am working, trying to do my job.
I'm doing my job. I'm a dad and a husband. Okay,
I understand that. So you're welcome to film.
If I had 20 cameras on me all day long, I'd never have to answer anything to you guys, period. Unless I was trespassing on private property and they asked me to leave and you guys trespassed me. I mean, you're law enforcement. I'm not breaking the law. You know, I won't break the law. You know, I don't have a record, and so whoever over here's got problems, he's loading up. You know, so you can quell their problems or whatever, but...
Well, that's fine. Right now, I'm trying to use my presence to say, if you're uncomfortable, leave, you know? That's fine.
Awesome.
I mean, if it were illegal to film, there would be signs all over the playground saying so.
Yeah.
What I'm trying to do is say,
hey, but if
what we're doing is causing a problem, maybe we need to change what we're doing.
Is Officer Thomas, Officer Thomas?
Yeah.
he came and asked me, he said, hey, my family's here. So I quelled that. I didn't say I'd come in to spy on your kids or nothing. I said, I don't want no interaction. He kept pressing. I said, hey, my family's here. He said, well, mine too. So, okay, great, go enjoy it. You know, I didn't just, wasn't an asshole, in other words, you know, just trying to tell him, but I also within my rights, so. Sure. But, so what do you need from me now, sir?
I'm waiting on my supervisor so he can answer any questions you might have.
Well, I mean, I was
you
just...
asked for a supervisor, sure. I'm required to have one come, so that's what I'm doing.
Well,
when in the wrong, most officers will like to do this thing most like to call blame shifting. Usually onto their victim or suspect they're dealing with. They will try to incriminate you. After running out of options and chances to violate this man's rights, this one kind of stays quiet from here on out.
You said you were going to go call the parks and you had me thrown out of here. I mean, that kind of upset me.
If you're causing a disturbance in a park, that's a breach of the peace. I do have a right to identify you and ask you to leave.
But a disturbance would have to be classified as something unlawful. I mean, or threatening, or something that would definitely be unlawful.
Well, I just got here and I didn't know what was going on, and I have had multiple calling parties giving the same information. So, as far as I knew, there was a breach of the peace.
What was the information that you received then?
That you were filming and then you were giving them problems.
The problem would be I wasn't shutting the camera off. It's the same thing you have. You don't shut yours off, I'm not going to shut mine off, especially when somebody's coming up and have issues with you. The last thing I'm going to do is, oh, sure, let me shut it off, and then have no record of what just happened. Sure. I have a record of everything. This thing's gone the whole time. I've shut this camera off a few times and walked around, but I have a record of everything that was within my range. There's no problem.
I think what people don't realize is, you know, they carry around a camera in their pocket all the time. They're using it everywhere.
They did. They pulled it out and filmed me all of a sudden, you know. That's their right.
You know, it is. Yeah. And I don't have an issue with that. You know, my issue when I got here was to make sure that there's not a disturbance or a breach in the peace and to take care of that issue.
Yeah.
And so I was simply trying to identify who I'm talking to so that I can document. I talked to this person. They were not breaking any laws. I left.
And I know you have to respond, but it shouldn't go past dispatch at that point. Like, oh, what's he doing? He's filming. Well, what else is he doing? I mean, how is that?
You wouldn't believe the stuff we get dispatched to.
Oh, I bet.
You know.
Well, I know.
I can't do anything about it. Once I'm dispatched to call, I'm required to go. So,
I get that. I do.
That's just the way it is. And, you know, there are officers out there violating people's civil rights, and that's not what I'm trying to do.
No, there are some, and it's mainly because of just lack of knowledge and, you know, training, but I'm not here to debate you or even have this conversation, you know what I mean? I'm just here with my family.
Thank you guys once again for tuning in. If you guys haven't yet, go subscribe to my channel. The links will be down in the description below. As well as don't forget to go show some support to this channel here. Don't forget to let them know SJVT sent you. Thank you guys, and I'll see you on the next one.